Hello, Phil here from Wings of Pegasus and welcome to Livestream Tuesday. This is the time of the week where I go live and play through a few videos and also see who's in the comments section, and it's also a chance for me to give a shout out to my patrons who make every single video possible here on YouTube, and also the cover videos that I do as well that I post over on Patreon about a month before they come out here on YouTube. So I just want to say hello, and hopefully we're going to be having a few people joining in pretty soon. I think with YouTube it takes a little bit of time for the people to register as they come through the door, but we've got somebody in the house already, and it's Carl. Hello Carl, thanks for tuning in. And now we're getting a few more names through the door. We've got Drop Kick Chester and Kenneth and Laurie and Sandra and Renee and TB. Hi guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and if you could leave a like as soon as you come through the door, that would be great, because it will help us reach that target of 200 likes that I like to set for every single live stream, because that's just an amazing number to get to. But getting back to my patrons, because their names are going to go across the bottom of the screen here throughout the whole live stream. If you want to get your name at the bottom of the screen in the live streams, head over to patreon.com/Wings of Pegasus, and then your name will be down here as well. So we've got a few new names this week, so hello new patrons, but also hello to the guys in the comment section at the moment and everybody who watches the analysis videos. Thank you guys so much for checking them out. Let's have a quick look who else we've got in the house. KADJ is in there as well, Thomas just above that, and RC Heath and Jazz Cat and Bernard and Chow and Laurie again, just keeping an eye over proceedings in the comment section, because Laurie is the sheriff in these parts, so she does a really good job every week of keeping things in line. I think now that it's over 75,000 subscribers here on the channel, it means that we're going to probably pick up a few trolls here and there, so Laurie will have her work cut out, I'm sure, in the future. But most of you guys are so cool and really easygoing in the comment section. It's such a great comment section on the live streams, but also the analysis videos as well. So thank you guys for tuning in, for leaving the comments, but also just relaying stories with each other as well. And if you want to, you can head over to Facebook and join the Wings of Pegasus supporters group, which has been set up over there by TN Moppy from Patreon. So thank you to her for setting that up, and you can go over there and continue chatting about anything musical if you want to. But let's just have a look, because we've had a donation already from Rose, a serial donator. She says, hello everybody, and she's donated $5 already. Thank you so much for that, Rose. And we will be getting to one of Rose's requests later in the show. I think I've pretty much got everything from Patreon. Thank you guys for responding to my post over on Patreon that I put up about half an hour ago, just asking people what they wanted to hear. Because also Mario, I'm not sure if I've seen Mario's name in the comments yet, but he was over on Patreon earlier and he's requested a video for tonight. So I will be playing Mario's request, but first of all I'm going to be playing the requested cover, which is going to be my version of In My Dreams by Dokken. So we're going right back to the 80s with this one, and it's a classic track, and a bit of George Lynch tapping. Always can't really resist that. Whenever somebody asks me to do a cover and there's tapping in the solo, I'm pretty much always gonna get straight to it. But I hope you guys enjoy this. We're gonna be starting with a cover this week, In My Dreams by Dokken. I'm in the comments section throughout this whole video for the duration of it playing, so I'll be jumping into the comments now and again. If you can leave a like just during this video as well, that would be great, and I'll see you guys after this. Rock.
In my dreams it's still the same. Your love is strong, it still remains. Toss and turn all night in the sheets, and I can't sleep.
So that was my cover of In My Dreams by Dokken. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Just quickly, we had another donation, and that was Gwen, who donated $10. Thank you so much for that, Gwen. And she says, Phil, I can't even say my own name. Do you realise what a great secondary group of friends you've helped create here, who have really bonded and care for each other and speak outside these streams? Truly amazing feature through your music. Truly amazing feat through your music. Thank you for that, Gwen. Apologies for my reading skills. And it's great that people are getting along and sharing the love of music as well. That's really what the videos are all about. And it's sometimes a shame when things do get blocked on copyrights and that kind of thing, because I think people just want to genuinely share the music and allow people to get into other bands and talk about great bands as well. And I have found this kind of workaround that if you've been watching recently, you've seen that I've been putting links to the videos that have been blocked previously so that I can still do the analysis video on those blocked videos. So working a way around that copyright. And interestingly, I did a video before on a female band called Fanny, and their video that I did in order to get it on the channel, to at least have them represented there somehow, it was great because June Millington from the band commented on that video as well. She did comment on the first video, but that first video got blocked because of the German TV station blocking the footage, so that was a real shame. But it's great that June then got involved on that second video as well, even though there wasn't any footage or playing. It's great that she watched that video. So thank you to June for tuning in. Thank you guys, everybody, for tuning in. And if you can leave a like, that would be great, because we're trying to get up to 200 likes for tonight's live stream. But getting back to Gwen's comments, thank you so much for that donation, Gwen. And like I said, if you guys are interested, you can go over to Facebook and just type in the search box Wings of Pegasus supporters, and you'll find the group where some of you guys are chatting about music and lots of other things, so that'll be an interesting place to go to. And also head over to Patreon if you want. I'm always over there, and always just a direct message away. That's something on Patreon that you get access to. You can just message me directly, sometimes on Facebook and email and Instagram and Twitter. It takes me a bit of time to get through all of those messages, but Patreon's one of those that I'm always logged into, and I look at that every night as well. So head over there if you want to get involved, but also if you want to request things for me to play on the live stream and analysis videos as well. There was also another question that we had in the comments, and I think the username was TB, I'm not sure, maybe I've just made that up, but they were asking which amp I used for that cover. And it's the same amp that I use for every single cover that I do, and all of my original stuff. My whole album was all on the Line 6 Spider 3 HD 150. If you know what that is, it's got a really cool head on the amp where the effects are all stored in the head, so it means that you don't have to carry around massive effects processors like I used to do. It's now all just in there, so you just need a foot pedal, a foot switch with 4 switches and a wah wah it actually has on it, so it's really cool because you can use that as a volume and expression pedal as well. So that is what I use. If you guys want to look at it, it's probably a bit old now because I bought that when I was maybe 24 or 25, and when I was kind of on the road and gigging a lot, I wanted a transistor amp that just gave me a great sound live, rather than a valve amp that might just, you know what valves are like, they're so delicate. If you drop your head or somebody smacks into it at a gig, and you can, it's a nightmare to then have to replace the valves. So I just wanted a transistor amp, and this one just sounded great when I tested it out, so it's what I've stuck with all these years. Anyway, we've had another donation, and it looks like it's Rose again. Thank you, Rose, for this $5 donation. And I'm just gonna have to scroll down a little bit so I can read the bottom of the message. And Rose says, thanks for the Dokken. If someone were to analyze your work, who would you like it to be? Yeah, it's a good question. I don't know. Maybe some guys from the 80s. I don't know. Maybe Red Beach or Kip Winger, both from the band Winger. That would be cool. but also maybe David Coverdale from White Snake. I don't know. But then again, the guys that I have had analyze my stuff, like Neil Schon from Journey, that's a great one to just find out that he likes my music. But also, we've had Buck Dharma as well, who kindly invited me to go and hang out with him and the guys when they played at the Hammersmith Apollo in London earlier this year. So that's cool just to meet up with Buck and the guys, but also for him to say some kind words about my music. So that's great as well. And other than that, I think pretty much for those guys, just those two guys, once those kind of guys say that what you're doing is good, then that's it. I'm quite happy. For the rest of my life, that's me just thumbs up. If those guys like what I do and like my music, then that's all I'm looking for, really, because it's great to get the backing of people that you respect as players and as musicians. But anyway, we've had another donation here. So it is R. Gray, and the donation is $10. Thank you so much for that. And the message with that says, can you use EQ to mimic a Strat sound with a 24 fret guitar? Pretty much with EQ, if you know what you're doing, you can get close to other sounds. This is basically what's happening with effects modulators all the time when they're trying to imitate different amps. It's just really clever use of EQ curves and just getting a certain warmth in the sound, maybe by just boosting those mid-range frequencies a little bit, but not too much, and bringing down the high end. It's one of those things that if you have recorded yourself and you've done an album, for example, and you've taken it to a mastering studio and somebody who knows what they're doing, it's amazing what they can do just EQing your stuff. And this is something that I do all the production myself, but that final stage of mastering, once you've done the songs, you've mixed them and they are complete tracks, I think that taking it to somebody to be mastered is, in my opinion, especially for my music, something that I will always do, because once you've spent so long mixing it, you get so used to hearing your own music that you can't master it objectively, or at least I can't. So it's great to give it to somebody else who hears it with fresh ears and knows exactly what to do with it in terms of what to boost and what to cut. So yes, I think that you can EQ, if you know what you're doing, another guitar to sound like a Strat, but obviously the one thing that you can't EQ is the playing and the person playing the notes. You've got to have all of your playing up to scratch. But thank you so much for that donation. We've had another donation, and it's Carla, another serial donator, and she's donated $9.99. Thank you for that, Carla. And that's just a straight donation, so thank you so much for that. Let's have a little look in the comments section. We've got Mary in the house and Paula, and we're going through quickly here. We've got Mr. First as well, and Joshua. And then Carla's commented again. So thank you guys for tuning in. Misplaced Hillbilly as well, doing some rock horns. So thank you guys for commenting in this live stream, but also for commenting on the analysis videos. We're going to be getting back into this live stream. And just before I do that, flashing up on screen, we've had Janice just donating $50. Thank you so much for that, Janice, another serial donator. I think Janice is well known in these parts, and Janice has put a message with the donation. It says, as always, thank you for your insight and knowledge, Phil. I always feel a bit smarter after watching your videos. Well, that's good. Thank you for that donation, but great that you feel a little bit smarter. I think also sometimes when I cover a band or look at a band that I haven't done an analysis on before, and sometimes in the rare situation that I haven't actually heard of a band in the first place, doing the research into the band is really interesting because you get sometimes some cool backstories if you look into things deeply, and we've had a few of those this week as well, and last week, some interesting copyright things and unbelievable copyright stories as well. But we're going to be getting into the next request over on Patreon, and I've just seen the guy who's requested it in the comment section. It's Mario, so everybody say hello to Mario in the comments section, because this is going to be his request. And also you might be able to see the guitar in the background just to the side of that sign. Obviously subscribe and comment and do all that kind of stuff. Follow the sign, but next to the sign we've got the guitar that Mario donated. So thank you so much for that, Mario. Everybody say hello to Mario, because we're going to be getting into his request after I've just addressed 2 more donations. Paula has just donated $10. Thank you so much, Paula, another serial donator. And Paul McKenzie, $5 as well. And Paul says, you are always a highlight in my day when I get to see your videos. Thank you. So thank you for that, Paul. Thank you for those donations. Thank you for all of the donations so far. Really early on. So many donations. Thank you so much for that. But also, if you can leave a like as well, that would be great, because I'm going to play a video now. I'm going to be in the comment section during the video. If you can hit the thumbs up during this, it's going to be great. This was requested by Mario, and it's going to be Greed from my album called Persistence. And this is available on iTunes and Amazon, and also my website, wingsofpegasus.com/store is where you want to go for that. And just before I start, these donations are just prolonging getting to Mario's request. But we've had Sandra who says, hello, Mario, and she's donated $100. Another crazy donation. Thank you so much for that, Sandra. Massively appreciated. And thank you again, another serial donator, you guys. Just absolutely crazy, but massively appreciated. And with that donation ringing out, we are going to say hello, Mario, and we're going to play his request, which is Greed from the album Persistence, my album. And I hope you guys enjoy this one, and I'll see you guys after this. Rock.
Now the fire's burning low.
So that was my track called Greed from my album called Persistence. As I said, available on my website wingsofpegasus.com/store, but you can just go to the site and go to the store section, just click on store and you'll find it there. It's also on iTunes and Amazon. Somebody also asked if it was on Spotify. It used to be on Spotify, but then I took it off Spotify just because it was one of those things where I think I had 16,000 downloads and I made, I think, £12 or £13. So by selling one album, I made almost as much as 16,000 streams on Spotify. So I took my music off that, and ever since, things have been going great. So I think that's probably linked in there somehow, because Spotify do offer free subscriptions where you can just listen to as much music as you want, and unfortunately, as an artist myself, it means that I get nothing for that. I'd rather just take control of my music, as I own all the rights to it, and just know where it's going out and that people are actually paying for it rather than just recording it maybe off their computer or through the speakers. So anyway, that's just the decision that I made, and I think for me personally it was the right decision. So it's not on Spotify, but you can download the album and the songs individually if you want from my website, but it's also on iTunes and Amazon, because that is another place where it's all fine. They're not giving away music for free on those sites. You still have to pay, I think, 79p on iTunes, something like that, to download one of the songs. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in, because we had another couple of donations during that little song. Let me see, I think I can see, oh yeah, Paul, I thought I'd lost the list there, but Paul has donated $9.99. Thank you so much for that, Paul. And there's no message from that I can't see a message, and that's something that Paula mentioned earlier. I think she meant to put a message, or she did put a message, but unfortunately I'm not seeing that message on the screen. So if Paula can write her message in the comments, then I can have a look at the comments while I'm talking maybe, and we can see that, so I can at least read it out, because that should have been read out with the donation earlier from Paula. But getting back into those donations, Paul donated $9.99. Thank you so much for that, Paul. And then we had Mr. First, who has written knickers again, the same as last week, with a $2 donation, but at least he's spelt it correctly again for 2 weeks in a row. So thank you guys so much for those donations, massively appreciated. And if you can hit that like button in the comments section right now, we can get a spike of the likes on the 26th minute of the stream. So hopefully, I don't know what we're up to, but we're aiming for 200 likes tonight. That would be great. That's always the target on these live streams, and sometimes we are really close right at the end, but let's see maybe if we can smash it tonight. 159 likes, Laurie says. So thank you guys so much. And it's 165. It looks like we're having a spike as I speak, which is great. If you can hit that like, it really helps the channel to grow, and also helps the analysis videos to get out there as well. And thank you everybody for hitting the likes on the analysis videos, but also commenting on them and also sharing them around, because it really helps the channel to grow. And like I said earlier, over 75,000 subscribers now, so an amazing number. We're going to be getting back into the live stream in terms of the requests, because we've had another request for this track, and I think I might have played this last week or maybe the week before, but it's my Running Blind track, and I don't know why, but it just gets requested all the time. Hopefully it's because people might like listening to it. I don't know, I don't want to speculate, but if people do like this track, it's great, because it's one of those tracks that I released as a single outside of the album, because on the album, by the way, somebody mentioned that it was a great drumming, and I'd also agree with that. That's a guy called, well, he played in my band, and James Knowles is his name, or Knowlesy as I called him in the band, but he does some great drumming on my album. And as you can hear, maybe from the cover songs that I do, the drumming's a lot more simplified. So when I want something that's just amazingly awesome, that is the guy to go to, James Knowles. He also taught for Yamaha for quite a few years, but I think he's doing freelance session work now, or that he's always done that. But thanks to James for playing drums on that. I'm not sure if he watches these live streams, but maybe he does, so big shout out to Knowlesy. and we're going to be getting back into the live stream. By the way, we just had another donation. It's Brad. Brad's in the house. He's donated $22 and he says hi Mario as well. So thank you for that, Brad. Thanks for the message. Everyone say hi to Mario in the live stream. That is the law around these parts, and if you don't obey those laws, then Laurie will have a word with you in the comments section. But thank you everybody for tuning in and for hitting that like button. We're going to be getting into my track Running Blind. I hope you guys enjoy this, and I will see you guys afterwards. I'm going to be in the comment section again. So let's get into Running Blind, and I'll see you guys afterwards. Rock! And we've just cut out of that video abruptly, but it's good because it gives me a chance to say we've had another donation, and it's Mr. First who has said hair. So thank you for that. Mr. First is always saying about my wig and how great it looks, so thank you for that. I wish I did wear a wig because it meant that it would all fall in the right place every time, whereas my hair is a bit unruly and sometimes it gets really big in the heat and sometimes it just looks, well, I think the fringe sometimes doesn't know what it's doing. But we're going to be trying to get into this track again, and I'm not going to interrupt every time that there's a new donation, but that was just a very lucky cancellation of that video, so I could say thank you to Mr. First for mentioning hair. And maybe this video isn't the best for checking out my hair because it's mostly my mouth that you can see, but let's get back into it as well, and I'll see you guys afterwards. And I'll start it from the beginning just in case, because people that might have just tuned in get to see the whole song. So we'll see you guys after this. I'll see you guys after this. I'm in the comment section all the time. Rock!
With the sense of decency
So that was my track called Running Blind. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I think during that video there was a particular point of where it got stuck, but then if you refresh the page, obviously if it's stuck now you can't hear me say to refresh the page, but that should have sorted it straight away because the stream was still going on, and hopefully you guys can still see this and you can see that the stream is still happening. I think maybe it was a little glitch in YouTube that it just got stuck. I don't know why, but it's all fine here and I was streaming. It all says that everything was fine throughout that track. So hopefully you guys are still on board and you can see this and it's streaming fine and you've refreshed your page. But anyway guys, thank you so much for all of these donations in the super chat, because we just had another one, and Paul says, hi Mario, Sleepers 77 to 81, SF analysis post-punk. Thank you for that message. I can't see on my screen, it's just gone through, but I think that's what it said. But thank you, Paul, for that donation of $1.99. I'll always look through if there are any requests on the super chat. I always look through at the end just to make sure that I get those added to the list. So don't worry, that will be added to the list, even though it quickly went through my screen. I'll do a little check afterwards. But thank you everybody for hitting that like button as well. How many are we up to? It looks like Rose has just said 203. So we've hit our target for tonight's live stream, and that is 35 minutes in to the live stream, which I'm not sure if that's a record, but that might be the fastest time that we've got to 200 likes. So thank you guys for hitting that like button. And if you haven't hit it yet, then why not? Keep hitting that like button. Let's see how many we can get for the live stream tonight. And even if you're watching this in the future and you're watching it on playback, you can still hit that like button. Every single like helps the channel to grow and to get out to more people. So thank you guys. I'm just going to look into the comment section, see who's in the house. We've got Mario and Dennis and Jazzcat and Laurie and KADJ and Heidi as well, and Eric and Dan B. Let's see if we can hit 300 in the next 20 minutes. I'm not sure about that, and if I can even keep this live stream going for 20 minutes, because it always gets a little bit late here. Sometimes I try and keep on for as long as possible and sneak in an extra video if I can. But for tonight's live stream, we've probably only got one more video that I'm going to play, which was Kathy's request over on Patreon. And Kathy's in the house as well. I did see her name go through the comment section. Kathy is the deputy in these parts as well. So have a little look for Kathy going through the comment section, and Laurie. Their names are in blue, so they are the moderators. So if there are any trolls that somehow get into this live stream, I'm not sure why they want to join in with a live stream that they don't want to interact with, or maybe they just aren't doing anything. We've got nothing better to do. And Laurie and Kathy keep control of the comment section, so thank you to you two for keeping it all organized and policing that area of the page. And we've just had another donation, actually two donations. We had Brad, who's donated $5, and he says, hi Mario, and then oh yeah, hi Phil. So thank you for that, Brad. Thanks for remembering me. And J Barty Party has donated $5 as well, and says, might as well double my Patreon pledge right here and now, since I finally made it to live, or finally made it live, you demand Phil. So thank you so much, J Barty Party, for that donation and for making it over from Patreon as well. Much appreciated. And this is it. Sometimes some of the patrons don't get to see this live, so it's great when you guys are over here as well as on Patreon. But I always post it on Patreon as well. So if you have missed it and you're watching it on catch up, it doesn't matter. Maybe in the future we can make it to the live stream, because I'm going to be doing it at the same time, same place, every Tuesday night, 12 midnight in Greenwich Mean Time is what you'll need to look at in order to get the hours to sync up to wherever you are, to work out what it will be in your time. But thank you guys, and I think Laurie said that we might need some more moderators on this channel, just in case. I think moving forward, 75,000 people, I mean, if everybody tuned in on a live stream, then yeah, it would be crazy in terms of moderating it. But at the moment we get about, well, we're at 144 people watching at the moment, so it's a number that maybe we need another moderator or two to help out, just in case things go into the troll area and we get more. It's interesting, I had somebody today that commented on one of my videos and said, yeah, let's see you play guitar or sing. I bet you don't even do either. And it's funny that before people comment, they haven't even typed Wings of Pegasus into Google. They haven't spent just a couple of seconds to check that if I even play guitar, if I sing, because I think if I was going to troll somebody else's channel, I'd at least search for a couple of seconds before slagging them off or saying something bad about them, saying that they don't even play guitar and they don't know music and they don't know what they're on about. At least do a little bit of a check first. So I'd say that to any troll, if you are going to comment on somebody's channel, at least just type their name into Google to see if they do, do what you're asking them, because you can't slag somebody else for not playing an instrument or singing when they play an instrument and sing. And in my case, I've been teaching professionally for 15 years, so the guitar I know quite well. So don't say that I can't play the guitar and that I don't know at least a little bit about guitar playing, because I actually do. And like I mentioned earlier, some really great guitarists that I appreciate the way that they play have said nice things about my playing. So as long as they like it, that's all that matters to me, really. But anyway, thank you guys for the live stream donations, because we've got another one coming in. And this is Robert Smith, $4.99, and Robert says, keep up the good work. So I will try my best, and these donations really help for me to keep up the good work. If you think it's good, thank you so much for that compliment, because this means that I can keep on going and spend less time teaching and more time on making analysis videos. And this really does free up a lot of time for me, these donations, because it means that rather than teaching and earning this amount of money, I can maybe cancel a couple of students, spend a little bit more time. For example, I don't know if underneath this live stream there are t-shirts, but there might be a couple of t-shirts now that are available to buy, and I've already bought one of my own t-shirts and I'm going to be wearing it, fingers crossed, at next week's live stream. So you'll be able to see the t-shirts in, I'm not sure what they call it, a tray underneath the video. So you'll be able to click on that and buy a t-shirt if you want to, and you'll be able to wear exactly the same t-shirt that I will be wearing next week, fingers crossed. But hopefully that's showing up for you guys. It might be on the analysis videos as well, and that's all due to you guys and the donations. I've been able to spend more time organizing that and getting t-shirts available, because last week and the week before, I think it might even be 3 weeks, that I've actually run out of t-shirts and I couldn't do anything. Whereas it just goes to show how important your support is here, but also my patrons over on Patreon, because it means that I can spend more time actually organizing everything. Because I do literally everything myself, it means that organizing t-shirts is time away from doing the analysis videos, and I have to just jump from one thing to the other. So these donations really do free up my time. But we've got 2 more donations as well while I've been talking. We've got Choppin' Broccoli has donated $10, and the message is, love your work, Phil. Hey Mario. So another shout out to Mario. Hello Mario in the house. And also we've got Neil, who's donated $25 underneath that. I'm just going to scroll down to make sure that there isn't a message, but if there is, it's not showing up on my screen. So, well, apologies for that, Neil. It's not something that I can do, but hopefully they are showing up on the screen in terms of the donations. Anyway, I'm just going to put this up on the screen now, just to double check that you guys can see that on there. And no message with Neil, but $25 donation. So thank you so much for that, Neil. Massively appreciated all of the donations so far, and there have been so many, so I'm blown away every week by your kindness. Thank you everybody for these donations, and thank you for everyone hitting the like button as well, because this is why more people are joining the stream, because it helps the videos to get out there. And if you get a chance to hit that like now, that would be great. I'm going to be getting into the last video of the night, and this was requested by Kathy, who is the deputy in these parts, and she has requested Art Not Commerce. So this is one of my tracks that is available on the album, like the other tracks I played tonight with the other track, which was requested by Mario, and that was Greed, and these two tracks are on the same album. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. I'm going to be in the comments section. This is my live version of Art Not Commerce, and I'll see you guys after this. Rock. There we go, that's my track called Art Not Commerce. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. And a quick bit of background of that song, or behind that song, is something that I talk about a lot, about record labels being interested in the commerce and not the art of what's going on. And it's funny because I did a video last night on Boston where they signed a deal and they were supposed to do 10 albums over the course of 6 years, and the record label ended up suing for $60 million because one way or the other it just wasn't produced on time. But I could have predicted that never would have happened anyway. But just crazy stuff that goes on. But that song is kind of to do with all of that stuff, just art, not commerce. That's what music should be all about. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in and the kind comments that are going through the comment section. And also, I just quickly want to mention the group on Facebook as well, because if you get a chance, you can join that and continue this conversation on a Tuesday night, but also just talk about music over there if you want to. And that's just Wings of Pegasus supporters. So head over there and click the join button, and then TN Moppy, who is in the comment section here, will let you into that group, and you guys can all chat over there about whatever you want to, but it's going to be a cool place to hang out. Anyway, we have just had another donation, and Rose has donated $5, and she says, thank you. Phil, thank you for all your hard work. We all appreciate it. Now get some sleep. So I will get some sleep. I'll probably be calling this to a halt very soon. And thank you so much for hitting the likes. KADJ has just mentioned that we've got 240 likes for tonight. That's so far. We've still got maybe a couple of minutes left. So if you want to spike the likes before we finish, we've got a couple of minutes before I'm going to be offline. But then we've had another donation, and this is from Sally. And Sally says, just in time, love your album. So thank you for that, Sally. And that was a $30 donation as well. So thank you, Sally, and everybody who has donated tonight. And also for listening to the album, for buying the album. I've had orders on the website as well where I sign albums. You can get that over there, wingsofpegasus.com/store. You'll be able to find that over there. You just have to navigate from the homepage, and it's in the store section. And also, there might be t-shirts underneath this video. Hopefully there is. If somebody can let me know if on their screen they can see a couple of t-shirts underneath this video, that would be great, because this is the first week that I've had it set up, and I'm not sure whether it comes out on the live stream or not, or whether it's just on the videos that I upload. Hopefully you guys can see the t-shirts underneath this video, and thank you guys. Yes, you can see them. Cool. So that means that I've set it up correctly and it's working. So double thumbs up for that. Thank you guys for letting me know. So you can click on the t-shirt if you want to. As I said, I've ordered one, so I have my one on next week to show you guys the t-shirts that will be available straight underneath the live streams, but also underneath all of the other videos that I do. Just finally, a massive shout out to everybody for commenting and for hitting the like button on the live stream, but also on the analysis videos. And also I just want to say a massive hello to everybody in the comment section and the patrons as well who have made it over from Patreon, because their support really does free up so much of my time to be able to do these live streams, but also the analysis videos. But also they cover a lot of the things that go wrong. It means that I can consistently put out videos every night, because there are issues that I go through every day, and having funds to be able to cover that. For example, I've just bought yesterday another hard drive, external hard drive, because my analysis videos take up so much space on my other hard drive that I've just filled up 1 terabyte, and I've just had to buy another 2 terabyte disk. So it's all these kind of things that if I didn't have the funds to do that, I would have to spend so much time copying files onto another hard drive or another laptop, or it would be an absolute pain, and it might mean that I'd miss out on doing a video or a couple of nights videos because I'm doing that. Whereas your donations and the support from my patrons over on Patreon mean that I can keep doing a new video every single night, because as soon as something is needed, I can literally get it straight away. So a massive thank you to you guys for donating, because it does mean that this channel can just keep on creating content every single day of the month and every single day of the year, because I've been uploading every night since I think last April. So thank you guys so much for your support. It really does mean the world. And we've just had a donation from Jen, who has donated $5, and she says hi, another serial donator as well. So thank you for that. It was right at the end of the live stream. I'm going to be calling it a day now. Thank you for all the suggestions and requests over on Patreon, for giving me videos that I can play. And thank you everybody for tuning in. Join in with the Facebook group if you get a chance over at Facebook. You know, go to that search bar and type in Wings of Pegasus supporters, and you'll find the group and everybody there. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you so much. I'm going to call it a day now. It looks like our day 7 has just said 257 likes. Thank you everybody for hitting that like button, and if you get a chance, hit a final spike the likes just as it's about to end. If you're watching this on catch up or just on the reload, or I'm not sure what to call it, I guess catch up's the most accurate thing. If you are watching it later on, then please hit that like button, because it really does help. Even though it's not live, it helps this video and other videos to get spread around, and I guess it helps them to get suggested as well to other people who watch similar videos. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to say goodbye now, and if you want to continue over on Facebook, then you can do. I'm going to be over on Patreon later tonight as well, where once this video has finished processing, I'm going to post it on Patreon as well, so you guys can watch it on that delayed. If you want to watch it again, then you can do, but if you've only just joined in at the end, then you can watch it the whole way through. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and hit that like button right at the end if you get a chance. Massive thank you to all of the donations for tonight. It really does make such a difference. And finally, to my patrons at the bottom of the screen here, they make every single video that I do possible on YouTube. So thank you guys, you know who you are, and I'll see you guys at the next analysis video and in the comment section. And if I don't see you then, I will see you live next week at the same time and the same place. So I'll catch you guys later. Rock!